Привет из Дубая. С вами передача «Голубь мира», где разбираем крутые навыки. Спрашиваем на английском, отвечаем на русском. Подтягивайте язык или смотрите перевод в тайм-кодах. Let's talk about fitness and let's start with the definition.
We sit too many. We sit on tables when we eat, when we work, when we make meetings. So maybe 80% of our work day we just sit. In this case, we have pain in our back, we have pain in our shoulders. Our body became weak. But if we want to impress someone, for example, girl or a boy, man or woman, we should to be dynamic. We should to be fit. So we are going to some activities. We are going to a gym, and there is not too much time we have to make exercises. Yes, we could run. Yes, we could bicycle. We could make push-ups. But anyway, it is better to know some special programs or work in some personal training or group training. In this case, you will work different days with different group of muscles, and you will stay fit. If you fit, it will impress our employee, it will impress our boss, it would impress our clients. They will think, oh, it's nice to work with this team. All of them are fit.
And when it comes to the fitness, like what might be the difference from, like a bodybuilding or like any other activities? What are like a building blocks or maybe even philosophy or like a principles of good fitness?
When we start to make, for example, bodybuilding, we start to make so-called pumping. We want our muscles to be as big as it possible, so we eat a lot of protein. We use special timing. We use special schedule, and we work very hard on the limit of our abilities to take some heavy things out of floor or maybe on some trainer.
Exercise machine.
On some exercises machine. When we work on fitness, usually we work with our weight. So we use some balls, heavy balls. We use some kanat.
Rope.
We use
Just a
some
rope.
ropes. We use some push-ups. We make skakalka.
Skipping rope.
We use skipping rope and so on. So we don't use very heavy metallic parts. We work with something which are surrounded by us. Some guys, can use so-called, I don't know how to tell in English, but stepping machine. Вот такие машины, как лестница, по которой идет. Never-ending ladder.
Yeah. So it's like endless stairs.
Endless stairs, yes, thank you. Or some other. It's very easy. Or for example, I don't know how to say in English, ellipsoid machine, when you are pushing arms and also going as you are walking on the street.
So, and when it comes to like overall types maybe of the fitness, because like if you Google for it, there will be like a tons of the programs, tons of the people saying like, hey, like do yoga, do calisthenics, or you can do it with your body weight, or you just can, like walk a lot, those 10,000 of steps and you will be good. So how to make a decision or like how to figure out like what will work for you? And obviously it will be depending on your goals or maybe even your lifestyle, but what makes a fitness a good fitness?
Almost daily I read a new book, and I have not too many themes which I'm interested in, especially this business, especially this work with your brain, and also its fitness or your body. And there is a lot of studies which are show that there is no evidence that 10,000 steps are useful, but there is evidence that if you will make any kind of exercise at least 3 times per week, at least for 30 minutes, it would be quite enough to be fit and to make your body and your brain healthy. So there is also another thought. There is a saying about diets. If the diet has a name, it doesn't work. The same with fitness. If you have a well-known trainer or a program which was advertised by you, by a social network and so on, this is not more than marketing. If you know where is your pain in your body, for example, in shoulders, in your neck, you should work with this because all people are quite different. For example, somebody wants to make boxing, someone wants to play squash, some, for example, work with left hand, some with right leg on the job. So everyone you should use different kind of exercise. And if you are going to a group training, you will be fit as all of the участник.
participants.
All the participants, but this would be not completely what you need.
So when we're going down to the type of the exercises that you might be doing, so it might be like some sort of like a walking, or maybe push-ups, or maybe like pull-ups, or anything with your body. Like what should be the approach of choosing those exercises, and maybe even balancing, and maybe even like coming up with a set, or how we should rest between all of them, and what should be the cadence overall of the week.
It was a time when I was studying in Kyiv Polytechnical Institute, and I was taking my training twice per day, 6 days per week. And we were as a wolves. We were shortly cutted, and we were like small size bodybuilders, and we were so dangerous that no one wants to interfere with us. But after I realized that just several movements are useful. This is running, this is swimming, this is push-ups, pull-ups, and nothing more. Even boxing, if you are you make push-up, it's almost the same as to kick grusha.
Probably some sort of need to think about this one.
Sport bag, maybe, I don't know. So
Punch back.
Punch back, yes, you're right. So it's almost the same. So there is no need to stand and to punch. If you make punches, everyone would see, and there would be a lot of smiles on the faces, because there are so many ways. Karate guys and so Aikido guys, they use different skills. But if you are making push-ups, no one will tell you nothing, especially when you make it on your arm fist, not on the fingers, but on arm fist.
Well, and obviously when people when they want to get fit, they also might be doing some sort of mistakes, whether it comes to operating with the weight, or maybe the load, or maybe the timing, or maybe not considering their own health conditions. So what might be the top 3 one?
First is to make program by themselves. For example, someone wants to lift very heavy. I don't know how to say shtanga.
Barbell.
I never heard like this. Okay, for example, I want to lift this barbell, and I am looking at you. For example, you make it like 120 kilos, but I never tried to make this. I will put a special belt on my belly, and then I will try to lift 20 kilo more than I ever do. This is a very high risk that I will damage my back. Or for example, I will try to work with the same tool, barbell, on the bench, but without any support. Sometimes it could fall on the chest and even broke ribs. And last one, a lot of people, when they run on the running straps, I don't know how to say, беговая дорожка. Running track, they also use wrong way how to step on this ribbon, on the ribbon,
on the line.
On the line. And when I see it, I feel in my heart how it's damaged the nails, and even I don't know, ногти на ногах, fingernails.
Toenails. And when it comes to maybe looking for like some trainers, because it's also been like a kind of a popular, like you see on the Instagram, there are a lot of like a private trainers or maybe like trainers who would do this with a group. Do you really need to have someone who would just give you the recommendation, or like even the basic thing that you just like mentioned, which is a swimming, running, pull-up, push-ups, might be good enough? So how to deal like when you thinking about like inviting some sort of like an expert in order to give you the guidance?
I will tell you my life hack. When I am traveling and I stay in hotel for 1, 2, or 3 days, usually I ask for personal trainer, because in several days I will leave this hospitality. But in my home gym, where I could go almost every day, I never ask. When you ask a trainer to work with you, he will never отстанет.
Let you go.
He will never let you go. He always will come, and with pity eyes will say, and come on, let's make a training. And for me, this is time to work hard. For him, it's 5,000 rubles, but not caring of my body.
And obviously, when it comes to fitting, it's also maybe some sort of like a supplementary stuff, whether like eating something, or like making sure that you get enough sleep. Well, I'm well aware it might be related to other skills, but what might be the foundation that you need to have let's say it might be dieting or the lifestyle, in order to make sure your fitness is also efficient?
I was talking with many guys in different countries in best hotels around the world about this, and a lot of them were saying you should drink water with lemon, or you should drink water with cucumber, or you should eat вареная морковка.
Boiled carrot.
Boiled carrot, yes, boiled carrot, or something like this. You should eat cheese goat, you should eat breast of the chicken, and so on. But you know, all of them are saying quite different things. And for me, I decided to manage myself in the same way. I never drink before training, during training, and after training. Yes, I want to drink, but in this case, I could run, for example, 40 kilometers or even 80 kilometers without drop of the water. The same with food. Usually when I know that, for example, I will run like at least 10 kilometers, I used to eat at least 2 pieces of pizza 2 hours before. If I want to run like 40 kilometers or more, I could eat even 2 huge pizzas in total. You know the reason why? Because after 33 kilometers, you will have lack of energy in your body, and there is no difference what will you eat. If you will eat meat, it will be not enough. But if you eat especially pizza, there is cheese, there is bread, there is like ham and something like this. For me, it's quite a best food. But yes, when you go at home after hard training, for example, long running, it is a quite good food, for example, to eat hummus. I don't know, is it right word, hummus?
Hummus.
Yes, to eat hummus. A lot of people who are trying to eat artificial food, it's so-called isotonic water, isotonic food, and so on. And some of them looks very strong, but you know, they use so many датчик.
Sensor.
So many sensors on the body, something close to the heart, something to check skin and so on. When I look at them, I am thinking they couldn't run without all of this equipment, but I could run just in trousers.
And there is a last question, there is a kind of my imagination about the future, what it might be, because like, for example, there was a funny cartoon long time ago. So in that movie, the family, the smart guy in the family actually developed the mechanism so that when everyone is sleeping, they actually would be awake with a different personality, and they would ask them to do whatever they want, like for example, go to the gym while they're sleeping. Or maybe another thing that I also was thinking quite recently, that we don't really have like a full zero level access to our body, so we can't really tell, okay, get rid of fat or like build the muscle. We really need to send the signal so that it will be built. So whether you think in the nearest future we'll have some sort of like improvements or maybe a differentiation when it comes to the fitness.
Several years ago, I was flying through America, and there was like a shop in the sky, and there were a lot of special equipment which should be applied, for example, to your belly or to other parts of your body, and it is called like lazy exercises. You should apply special cream and then put special equipment which looks like бабочка. Butterfly, like a butterfly, and there are some small electrodes which will put small electricity on your body, and your muscles will squeeze without your movement. So you could sit on a meeting, but these exercises will be done without you. And there is also well known in Moscow, the capital of Russia, exercise set which called like lazy yoga. And you know, it's very funny. You just came in special clothes with special mat. I don't know how коврик вот этот гимнастический mat. With mat, yoga mat, and you will come to the teacher, and teacher will screw your body without any attempt from your side. So everything will be done by the teacher. So you just lay in and just wait.
And my last question will be how knowing about fitness could help to make this world a better place.
For sure, if you will see the big belly on the man, or big fat, I don't know, sides, бока.
Yeah, sides.
big sides on the woman, it wouldn't help any clothes. And you'll think if this person couldn't manage weight, it couldn't manage time, can manage money, and maybe it wouldn't be not a reliable partner or supplier. But if you are fit, you will think and you will be sure that everyone could see that you have muscles, you have dynamic in your movements, and you are moving like a cat. And this is very sexual.
А мы рассмотрели навык фитнес и чем он полезен именно вам. Всем мира!